This is the Library of Congress. This is still the Library of Congress. Some close-up shots of some of those busts up there. Don't know who any of those guys are. I was just taking pictures. I don't remember what that place was called. This is the kids in front of the Capitol. This is me and the kids in front of the Capitol. That's my wife and the kids in front of the Capitol. And that's the Capitol.
I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill.
This is just a long shot of the Capitol building. So, whatever state you live in, you sign up through some type of representative. I don't know if it's the governor's place or whatever. And you can actually go inside this building and get a tour. And it's a very nice building. There's a lot of cool stuff in there. And it's been a while that I'm making this video from the actual time that we went, so I can't remember everything. But the guy that was giving us a tour was really cool. He knew a lot about a lot of stuff. I should have put a microphone on the guy to show what he was talking about. But this is inside the Capitol. He was actually an art major from North Carolina, and he actually explained a lot about these paintings in here. They're not just pictures, they all have like some meaning. And it was really interesting, the stuff the guy had to say, but you can't hear him because it's just the camera mic. So I was just doing, just trying to show some different things that are inside this building. Some of these pictures a lot of people have seen. They're very famous pictures, like the George Washington one. There's also some statues in here. I have no clue who any of these people are. I'm not into history. I forgot what this room was called, but this is a room where they used to have desks in the middle. And if you stand in a certain spot on the floor and talk, your voice bounces off the dome and goes across the room, and it almost sounds like you're standing right next to the people. But all these statues are famous dudes. I don't know anything about history because I don't care about history. I was just having fun on vacation and taking pictures. I'm also not into politics. This is the Pentagon Mall. We kept going back here on the little train thing to use their food court so we can all get whatever we wanted to eat every day. And that's the kids inside the mall. This is the awesome subway system that these people have. We got tickets because we were there for a week. We got unlimited rides for a week. You can get on and off this thing as much as you want. This thing is so awesome and really easy to use. And you can get just about anywhere in DC on this thing. This is that, like the Iwo Jima statue. Look at the size of the people at the bottom. It'll give you a size of a scale of how big that really is. It's amazing. We were walking to go take pictures of it, and I thought it would be more like life size, like these guys on the statue would be more like my size, regular size. This thing is huge. I had no clue how big that was gonna be when we walked up, but it was really nice. You can see the people down there at the bottom. It gives you a scale of how big this thing is. And you see this thing in pictures, and you see it on TV and different movies or whatever. But you have to go see some of the stuff in person. It's a little bit different. This is going to be the Arlington National Cemetery. I forgot whose house that is up there, Jefferson or whoever it is. But this place is very interesting. Yeah, I took a picture of that. I can't remember what house or whatever that's supposed to be. There's a lot of those tombstones. It's been a while since we've been here, but look at that. Look how many they are. And this was another really nice place. Most of the places we went to out there, the touristy areas, were pretty nice as far as like, you go visit there and experience it. This is inside one of the museums in the National Mall. I forgot which one this was. But all I cared about was this one had some cars in it. Wouldn't even be able to tell you what kind of cars these are. Except for that one. People consider that the first minivan, but they forgot about the Volkswagen bus. That's a Chrysler minivan. That's an old CHP motorcycle, Kawasaki 1000, like on chips. This is an old 70s Honda Civic, and the reason why I was taking a picture of it is because I used to have one, and that's why my wife took my picture with it. Mine was yellow, and it was a 76 Honda Civic CVCC. That's a Dumbo from the Dumbo ride at Disneyland in California, which I don't think they have that ride anymore. These are some earlier Muppets that are in here. They look a little funky. Even Kermit looks kind of trippy. This is the torch from the 1984 Olympics at the LA Coliseum. This is some memorabilia. You can see C-3PO and a VHS camera and a Mickey Mouse hat and a Dale Earnhardt helmet. And this was some car stuff. There were some cars in here and Route 66 type things. Those are the ruby slippers from Wizard of Oz. That is Archie and Edith Bunker's chair from All in the Family. And here's another shot of it right here. It's Archie's chair and the little end table they have and Edith's chair.
See what does it say? Okay, so. A little harder, hon. There you go. All right.
Now you're going to go back.
Yeah.
This is the Ford's Theater. We went inside and you get to walk around, take pictures and stuff. That's the balcony where Lincoln was killed. This is across the street. I forgot what that was. I don't know if that's where he went to die or that's where the dude stayed. I don't remember. This is looking back from on the stage in Ford's Theater. We're actually standing on the stage to show what it looked like if you were like there in a play or something. I don't remember why there's a picture of Washington there. I can't remember. They told us, and I'm sure you can find this stuff online now. But that's the place where Lincoln was shot. This is now in the audience looking at the stage to show what it looked like. This is inside one of the stairwells that we walked down somewhere in there in the Ford's Theater. This is us going to a Hard Rock Cafe. That's us just chilling, waiting to get in. It was pretty crowded that day. Very touristy area, too. There's the kids inside the Hard Rock. There's me and the kids down there, just standing down there below some memorabilia. This is inside the Air and Space Museum in the National Mall. This place was actually really cool. They could have had more stuff in it, but it was actually really fun. That space shuttle was actually smaller than you would think. That wasn't like a life-size one. Various pictures from inside this place of what it would have looked like with these dudes landing on the moon in the moon car, which I don't think they retrieved. I think these are just to show what they look like. I can't remember anything which are Geminis and Apollos and whatever. That's an X-15 right there. Those are awesome. That's the bottom of the X-15. If you don't know what that is, look that up. That used to be my favorite airplane until the SR-71 came around. That's the Spirit of St. Louis up there. And that's a Bell X-1 up there. There'll be another shot of that in a minute. And there's a Sputnik up there. That airliner looking thing was pretty cool. You can walk in there and see what the cockpit looks like and stuff and play with different things. This is a little tiny model of the Spruce Goose, which we've actually seen in person when it used to be over by the Queen Mary in Long Beach. It's no longer there. I forgot where they put it, but if you ever have a chance to go see the real one, go take a look at it. It's huge. There's just some old warplanes right here. I don't know anything about old planes. I only know modern planes, so if you know what these are, hey, enjoy the shots, because I have no clue what I'm looking at.
I was giving a tour here some years ago, and the white-haired gentleman was standing there. The white-haired gentleman right here. He said, I flew in his airplane. Hey, just go over and really have a photograph of the crew.
You can tell them by the red circle on the bottom of their feet. That's fine.
Back to the X-15 up on the top level to show more detail. Yeah, when I was a kid, I loved this thing. That's the Spirit of St. Louis. That's the Bell X-1. I'm pretty sure that's the first plane, like if you want to call it a plane, that broke the sound barrier. That's a shot of the Sputnik, which I'm sure is just a replica. I don't know if they went up in space and grabbed it from the Russians just to bring it to the museum or not. There's a still photo of it so you can see what it kind of looks like. Old school. This right here is an elevator, but it's built out of a Saturn V booster rocket. This is Ben's Chili Bowl. It's a local restaurant, and every time we go on vacation, we like to go to a place that the locals like to eat. And it was pretty good. This is to show some of the outside city, the non-touristy areas, just the architecture and the streets and whatever. That's my wife being awesome inside of a gift shop. They also have Baja Fresh. We went up there for one of our meals. That same day, we also went to 7-Eleven and got a bunch of food, too, for dinner. Because they don't have any of these things where we live. This I thought was funny. It looks like a gun in the hand. It was made with tape. I was laughing. That I'm pretty sure is the Smithsonian Building. I can't remember. This is the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, just to show the outside. We actually went in there for a tour, and I don't remember if we were allowed to take pictures or not, but I don't have any pictures or video from in there, so that probably means we were not allowed to. Can't remember where this was. It was outside like the train station or something, or the mall, or one of those things. It was an interesting little monument. That is the White House, and we got to go inside and get a tour of the White House. Not sure if you can do that anymore. You're definitely not allowed to take any pictures or video in there. But it was a really, really nice place. There's just some more architecture from around town. We're just walking around, just showing what the city itself was like, instead of just just touristy stuff. This is looking down that street from the end of the National Mall. It's one of the subway stations we kept going to. That was just a church on one of the streets we thought looked awesome. This was over in the National Mall. I'm pretty sure that was the Smithsonian Building. Just trying to get an artsy shot. Now that's touristy right there. I'm not that touristy. Come on, people.
get one more? Or do we have to go?
Take one already?
Yeah.
That's the Jefferson Memorial. And this is inside over at it. I think the next shot's inside of it. Pretty sure it's the Thomas Jefferson Memorial. Just like a statue standing inside of a circle. There were many steps and columns. If you don't understand that saying, you're a sheltered person. Watch the movie Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. That's a shot of the statue that's just standing in the middle of that place. This is to show if you're standing there and you turn around what it looks like. You can see the Washington Monument over there. This is actually across the water from the National Mall. This is going up to the World War II Memorial, which was really nice. This was huge. This is a very big thing. There was a lot to look at right here, and there was a lot of people there. They have all these picture things, what would you call, I don't know, carving or whatever, in the side walls. But there's like so many of them. You could spend a long time here just taking pictures and video if you wanted to get like the whole thing or whatever. Now with new technology, you could probably just get a 360 camera in the middle and look around. And here's some more of those things just to show on video what they look like. It's hard to tell in pictures sometimes. Let's just see video. Get actual sizes and get an idea of what it's really like being over there. I never knew what that particular thing was for. Here's us at the World War II Memorial. These are all like these gold stars. I don't remember what they were for. This was on the way to, this is in the middle of a park on the way to the Vietnam Wall. These are just some statues. These are regular size, like life size. That's what I thought that Iwo Jima statue would look like, just life size. But it wasn't. This is a piece of the Vietnam Wall. And that's a far away shot to show the scale of this thing. It's huge. You can actually go here if you know somebody, grab a piece of paper and a pencil or crayon or whatever, and you can actually scratch their name right onto the paper, and for some reason a lot of people were watching this guy do this. This is the Washington Monument. Now you can go up inside of here. We didn't want to pay to go in. We didn't really care too much about it. Just wanted to take pictures of it. That's us sitting in front. You'll notice in some of these shots, see where you can see the bricks or whatever they are, they're different color. Some are lighter than others, especially as you get toward the bottom. See right there how it turns more white. There was something about that thing being damaged. I don't know if it was in a war a long time ago or whatever, and some of those have been replaced. This is looking across the reflecting pool from the Washington Monument over to the Lincoln Memorial. But the pool was filled with dirt. They were doing some type of construction over there. This is over at the Lincoln Memorial. This thing is a lot bigger than you think, too. This place is huge. Like the famous shot of this dude right here sitting on the chair. You know, you see it on TV and in pictures all the time. There's my kids with their little artsy shot. But then you'll see in the video when it comes up, when you see the people standing by it, how big it really is. This is the Udvar Hazy Museum. It's an air and space museum over by the Dulles Airport. And this place, I knew on this day that we were going over here, it's apart from the rest of the museums. You have to drive over here. I knew this would be not only my favorite spot, because I knew what was going to be inside, but I also knew it would be the place I spent the most money, like on t-shirts and memorabilia, because of what was in here. So what you're about to see is a bunch of random footage that we took set to some music like a montage. So I hope you enjoy it, and that'll be the end of the video. But you'll see some of the awesome stuff that's in this place. I would go back here just to go here and not even go to any of the other museums. Thanks for watching.